Awesome. Welcome, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Get
How
this
are
light.
you?
Good. I just came in from working. So it's so
What
yeah,
time is
here
it for you right now?
2 o'clock, 2 p.m.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
So,
you yeah, give me a introduce yourself real quick and then
uh, yeah, sure. All right.
yeah.
Hello. My name is Ben, but on the airsoft field, I go by the call sign name of Milk. I've been playing airsoft for about 4 years, and it is a pretty big hobby. I really enjoy it. I've got all my gear laid out, like to show you and stuff. Going to be talking about some of like the brands that I've come across just over the years and some of my experiences whilst playing.
Hell yeah. Good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the channel. It's so I recently found you guys from Scuba. So
Yeah,
um
Scuba.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine.
Yeah, he's a good
I
dude.
met him at a airsoft shooting range that I went to with one of my mates, and I
Oh,
met
okay.
him there. Then he just turned up to a match when I was playing, and then we just sort of hit it off from there.
Yeah. Oh, was it the one
Yeah.
the range
So
that has the attack sense?
yeah, the attack sense pads.
That's awesome. Yeah, Marcus was telling me about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I met you guys through Scuba, and then so
Uh,
all you guys play with uh, Caitlin, who is Airsoft or
yep.
Cat, and then Red Panda,
Yep.
Marcus, Dan, Krios, like everybody that plays out there. I've done a
Yeah.
podcast with all those dudes and girls.
Yeah. They're a very good crew. They're like adult friends of mine. Like I'm
Right.
only 15,
Okay.
but I can be an adult, but I can be like myself. I don't have to be like extremely like mature with them
Oh yeah, for sure.
because they're like yeah, they're just like all silly as well.
Who wants to be mature on the airsoft field?
Yeah,
That's
everyone
boring.
who I've came across is like basically everyone who I've came across is like super chill.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what they're there for. Blow off steam, have fun, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's it's a very unique hobby to
Yeah, it
have.
definitely is. It's like the
Yeah. So
somebody
do you
said
want
one time,
me to like?
the
You can go.
it's the most popular hobby that no one's ever heard of. I was like, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It is. It's like a very. It's not really known. Like whenever I talk about it at school, people are like, "Yeah, yeah, what is that exactly?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's like a game. It's basically you shoot BB pellets at people."
Right. Now, are
It
your
is
friends, like
basically.
your guys from school and stuff, are they more familiar with paintball? Have they heard of paintball?
I'm paintball. I would say is more known. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, they all know paintball and stuff. But
I think
I've
the
never played paintball in my life.
I think paintball got more popular than airsoft because of ESPN. So years ago, this is probably in late '90s, early 2000s. They might still televise some tournaments here and there, like on ESPN 3, and but it was
Yeah,
like one of the main when some of the bigger tournaments first started becoming popular. ESPN took it on like they were putting it on, ESPN 2, and and so a lot of people had heard of paintball. I mean, I know, like old women, right? Like grandmas and stuff that had heard of paintball. You go, oh yeah, my grandson. I think he talked about it, like.
Yeah.
But you mentioned airsoft, and they're like, what?
Yeah, my nan apparently was telling someone about like how I play it. Like my
Nice.
nan was like talking to her friends, and they were like, "What does your grandson do?" And he's like, "I think he plays like a lot of airsoft." And then she just ended up explaining like what it is, and apparently she told them it's like shooting people. That's as far as she got. But she didn't say it was with BB, so yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, it's
Okay.
a very unique hobby.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a very unique hobby. I enjoy it.
Did your dad get you into
So
it?
yeah, so I'll start with obviously like how I came into it and stuff. Um, Dad started playing in around 20, I want to say 2014, and he just used to go, I think, with a friend who we met at because me and him used to go to Taekwondo together, and we met people from there. Um, and he started going to place. He just started playing airsoft. I don't know how he exactly got into it, but yeah, he started playing. I was too young at the time to play, although that's what he told me at the time. But nowadays, you see people like at my local site. There's like some 6-year-old kid who plays,
What?
and I
That's
was like,
crazy.
I know. I was like, "You're 6 years old?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah." He was like, "I just really enjoy it." And I was like, "You sure it doesn't hurt too bad?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah." And I was like, "Wow." I gave him
That's
like a
crazy.
fist bump. I was like, "Mate, that's insane."
Right?
Um, yeah. So his dad started playing. I was too young to play. He was going with people from like Taekwondo. He then joined a group called Metal Ops. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're only UK based.
Okay. It sounds
They're
familiar.
called yeah, they're called Metal Ops. Yeah, he joined that, and then I apparently I asked him. I was like, "Hey, do you reckon I could go one day?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah." And he shot tested me. That's something that I don't know if most people do. He shot tested me, and he shot me. I think I was about, I want to say 11 or 10. I think it was about 2018 or 2019. And he shot me right in the back of the knee.
Oh.
And I just remember I came into my mum's room and I was like crying. And then he was like, "Yeah, you're too young. You're too young." But
Uh-huh.
he just decided to like buy me my own gun. I'll show that in a minute.
Oh yeah.
He bought me just a little M4. Uh, yeah. So 2019, I started training, is what you would say. I just went to like ranges and stuff. I shot guns. Uh, yeah, a range I used to go to which had the attack sense like pads. Yeah, went there. I went to a site a few times in Holmbush, I think it is, or Hopthorne, I don't know, but somewhere around there. It was in Crawley, and yeah, I just used to go with Dad and his mates, and I would just shoot targets and stuff. We just go around the woodland area. I'd learn about like just being more observant and stuff, because that is a skill that I would say that you would mainly need for airsoft. You have to be observant with your surroundings.
Right. Now, when you
Yeah,
guys in the
so
UK, you guys have to have a license, right? Like UCARA. So when you're a minor,
yeah,
like
your
your
car.
age, do you still have to do that? Like do the whole, um, what is it you wear? You have to use like a colored rifle for like 3 months or something?
Two-tone guns.
Yeah, two-tone.
Um, I don't really know because I don't know if it was really two-toned, but I started out with a grey and black gun,
Mm,
but I'm really not too sure if that's really considered a two-tone gun, because two-toned are mainly considered, like blue, green, red, and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I started out with my M4 just going to sights. Um, then I think my first ever game was in about, I want to say, oh wait, no, actually, I started modding because for Christmas of 2019, I think my dad got a new chest rig, and he just gave me his old one. He like obviously adjusted it to my size, and I modified that. It's obviously been modified since. I've got everything like a little table. Yeah,
Nice.
this is the vest. It's a Viper Tactical, just normal plate carrier. And I've been rocking it since I started. It's very useful. You can hold up to 6 magazines,
Okay.
and yeah, I basically just added patches on it.
Yeah, you got your patch
At
up there. What?
airsoft sites, it's quite
How did you get milk?
yeah, milk. Uh, I am I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's how I got my call sign. At my site, the main reason that I'm known is because I got a teddy bear on the back of my vest.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Kevin,
we got him like dressed up in like some woodland camo. Yeah, Kevin.
that's awesome.
Sometimes I hear that across like the field when I'm playing. I just like Kevin, and I'm like, my name's not Kevin, and I'm like, oh yeah, my bear's called Kevin. But yeah, I'm mainly known across like the field as Kevin.
Got it. It makes sense.
Yeah, so I modded my vest and stuff in about lockdown when that hit in 2020.
It looks good. It's a good
Then
setup.
I started. Thank you, thank you. Do you play Airsoft like
I've not played
frequently?
airsoft. No, So I started the
You
YouTube
just do the
channel.
podcast.
Yeah, I started the YouTube channel 4 years ago, and two of my sons were in their 20s, and they started
Hmm.
playing 4 years ago. And I was coming out of being from an illness. I was paralyzed, and so I was just starting to be able to walk and that kind of thing. So I needed something to do. I said, "Hey, let me start a YouTube channel with all your guns and all this stuff you guys are doing." And so we started out doing unboxings and reviews, and so I learned about all these airs. I didn't know anything about airsoft when I started the YouTube channel, and so I learned a lot of these guns and working on them and breaking open gearboxes and
Yep.
fixing things and that kind of that kind of stuff through these mystery boxes we would get, and then we'd test out the guns in the backyard, and we'd film all that stuff. So I would put it up. I took care of the YouTube channel. Well, then a couple years ago,
Yeah.
all the guys got busy, so they got married. One of them got married. They bought houses. They all, and so they haven't played airsoft in like a year and a half. And so I wanted to keep doing stuff for the channel, and so I started a
Keep the channel
podcast.
going. Yeah.
Yep. Uh-huh. And that's it. And that so I played paintball years ago, but by the time these guys got into airsoft, uh, I couldn't really move around too well. So I could barely hold the
Right.
guns
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. So I didn't, I never went out with them. Once I got a little better, I went to a couple events with them. I went to a mil sim. Actually, I've been to two mil sims with them, and I just did filming. So yeah. So I've been shot by it too. I've been
That's
shot
cool.
by
That's
the
cool.
yeah. One of the guns we got was it's a 1950s era. Uh, it's called a Sterling.
Well, like themed.
Yeah,
Yep.
themed. Yep. And it
Yeah.
was a Sterling. It was full metal. Looked badass. Had one of the side loading magazines. Okay, that stuck out real long.
Hmm.
Looked like a Sturg.
Yep.
And so this thing was shooting 380 FPS, about 20 rounds a second. Okay. And I
Oh.
was about 30 feet away, and we were out there reviewing the gun. So I was about 30 feet away from him, and I said, "Here, man, these things don't hurt. There's no way they hurt. These little tiny plastic BBs, there's no way. Go ahead and shoot my hand." So they're pretty close, and I said, "Go on, just shoot it full auto." And they were like, "No," they didn't want to do it at first. So anyway, they did it. And after about 2 seconds, I was like, okay. My hand was wrecked, bro. It was bad. So
Yeah.
I got a taste of it, but yeah, it's been fun doing all this, but I haven't actually played on the field, on my own. But
Mm.
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. You meet some very interesting people when you play.
Hmm.
Yeah, very, very interesting. But
Definitely.
where was yeah, first game was in October of 2020. I went to a site in once again it was either Copthorne or Holmbush. Um Played there with my dad and his what he calls his OG airsoft son. Who he used to play with before I was like when I was too young to go to airsoft.
Okay.
And yeah, I went with them two. I remember I got 0 kills. I tripped over a tree root on my way back to respawn,
Nice.
sprained my ankle, and I lost a magazine.
That's a successful first game. Okay.
Yeah, very very successful first ever experience of airsoft. Then I don't think we or I think Dad played, but I just never really got into it as much at that time. I was taken up with like school and stuff. I obviously still am, but yeah, at the time it was never really like a hobby or something that I would like do over and over and over again. It was sort of just like a one-off thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, didn't really have anything to do with it. I went through 2021. Then in September, we were just like, oh yeah, hey, do you want to oh no, wait, tell you what, I think throughout 2021 I still did airsoft stuff, I just didn't play. I just used to go to I used to go to a range where we all used to hang out. And I did like target practice and met a bunch of cool people there. That's how I met Maverick and like Marcus and Scuba.
Nice.
That's how I met all of them. Then I met Caitlin, and then I think around September time when I was starting year 9, or what is it called in America, 9th grade?
Yeah, ninth grade. Yeah.
Yeah. About that time. Dad was like, "Oh yeah, those lot are like going to that site again. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So we went there, and we went with all the crew. We went the day before to a shop. You probably don't know the location. It's called It's in Crawley. It's called the Crawley Surplus Store, and it's where I basically get all the BBs. It's where me and Dad get all of like our gear from. Basically, it's a very very just nice shop. We know basically everyone in there. We're friends with everyone in there. It's just a nice little shop to just local to us. And yeah, we met up on there to get like just to get gear because obviously I'd grown a lot since a whole year apart.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I think I met Red Panda there. And then I think the next day, on the next day we went to the site, we played, had a really good time. Then I didn't play again for a few months. I think I went to the range again once in that time period. And and I remember I shot my phone.
What?
Yeah. Because basically it just, from where it was, you would have like some stands which you could put all your gear on, and then it was like, I'd want to say like a 20 meter like whole shooting range bit, and I'd prop my phone up on something, like just recording myself like shooting, and I wanted to try and get as close to the thing as possible so you could see me aiming down the sights. I was like, oh yeah, that'd be really, really cool. And I think something was a bit wrong with my gun. I think it would come out the chamber ever so slightly to the left, and it completely missed and slid left and hit my phone. I got a massive crack. I had a massive crack down the middle.
Oh my
And,
God.
yeah.
Now,
Parents weren't too happy.
how did the video come out? Did it turn out good? You saw the BB coming at the phone? Were you videoing yourself
Yeah,
when you did
you
it?
couldn't see it hit you. Yeah. All that you could really see, you could just like you could just see like the phone camera just go like that a little bit,
Oh, okay.
and you just see my face go. And I just like grabbed the camera, like, oh no!
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, then I went again with them to the same site in January, and then I didn't play for a while, and me and Dad just kind of gave up on Airsoft.
Okay.
We just never did it. Then I think in November last year, we went down to a shooting range again, and me and Dad really enjoyed ourselves, and we were sort of like, we should play Airsoft again. And then we didn't that year, and then it came to this year, and in March time we got a in March time we got invited to Maverick's birthday. He was just like, oh yeah, hey, do you want to just come down to this site? It's called Driverswood. It is my local site. I play there. It is basically the only site that I really go to now. It's a really good well site. We know a lot of the people there. It's just a good site. It's got like a good woodland area and stuff. Just yeah, it's a really good place. And we were like,
I've
yeah,
seen a
sure.
ton of
Just
videos
for
from Driverwood.
yeah, I've made like a airsoft compilation video because
I watched
on
one of
my
your videos from your channel. It was really good. It was, dude. It was fun.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
on my lids, I have like my GoPro. I don't know the mount, but basically my GoPro is like here, and I can just like record myself.
Yeah.
And I made a video on that. Yeah. Then we went, I think about 2 weeks later, to Marcus's birthday, and we all dressed up as cowboys, and Marcus was in a ridiculous outfit. He had like he had a flannel shirt on, he had like a sheriff badge, he had like these cow, what are they called, like cow just patterned trousers,
Like,
and he had like
okay.
this pink cowboy hat, and it was
Oh my
glorious.
That's awesome.
It was so funny. But I think we all got a bit fed up because a lot of people were cheating that day.
Oh yeah.
Then Dad was going. He'd organised with that group to go to a mill sim in Cornwall, I think it is. It was a place. It is a company called JBG. It stands for Johnny Big Guns. They're a really cool company. We all like support them and stuff. It's all like veteran run and owned, and I got huge respect for like the veterans and stuff. So they're a really cool company. They got like a whole website. They do the CQB courses and mil sims quite regularly. They're just a really, really cool company. And yeah, he went to one of their mil sims, and he was like, I just want to just go to this first before we go to any other game beforehand. So I didn't play for a whole 2 months, and that was the longest time period for me. I don't know why. I think it come into my head. I was like, I really, really like Airsoft,
Hmm.
and yeah, I didn't play for April and May. Then I went, and then I think early June, I went with my mate, who I'm gonna call, we call him Goose. I won't say his actual name because I haven't asked to, but yeah, he's called Goose.
Okay.
He's a he's a good mate of mine, and we played, and that was really fun. I don't think anything happened. We just played Airsoft and had a really good time. And then yeah, I've just sort of played from there. It's a really, and I'm happy that I've just found like a hobby to have in life. It's helped a lot with mental health
For
as well.
sure, man.
So yeah, it's just a yeah. I've had I think I've had about two major incidents at when I'm playing. So I think what was it 3rd of September this year. I was down at Drivers Woods, and we're playing this game. It's called Card Hunt. They spread like these, probably I think they're like that big cards of like the Ace of Spades, like the Ace of Clubs and stuff, like all across the environment. And you put them at your tower, you score points, and there was one card, and it was the Jester card. And if you land that in your enemy's base, it's minus 20 points. And so me and I think about 8 other people, we've all organised this massive assault plan on the enemy to basically make them lose. And we were, I think, pushing up for the whole hour that we were playing. And my team all get out, and I'm literally the last one. And then I get hit by probably a sniper. All I remember is that it really hurt. I got hit just in the chest rig, and it still hurt.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that sniper was using, but it stung a little bit.
Now, were
But yeah,
these
caught up my
cards you were
hand, hit.
the cards you
Yeah,
guys were looking for? Were they hidden? They were kind of hidden.
Not really hidden. They were just
Okay.
spread around the place. You would have to look for them.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we just pushed up like this whole main strip of the site to land this card, and yeah, we all got hit. I called up my hand to hit, and I was just like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go back in and just take out all my stuff for the day. And then and then I hear like a BB skim past me, and it hits this cover I'm behind. And I just go, yeah, I'm hit. And then this guy comes out of some cover, puts 20 something BBs into me from
Bro.
about 8 feet away, and the engagement rule for full auto is 10 meters at the
Okay.
site, at that site. And this guy puts 20 something BBs into me, like I'm talking all up like my leg, arm, and like up my neck and stuff.
Holy dude,
And
that's crazy.
oh, it hurt so
I'm
bad.
sure.
I was gonna go swinging. I was like, but there's no point, because like I'll just get banned. I didn't like hold back verbally though. I had a massive go at him, and then I told my dad. I was like, but the annoying thing is, because I was recording on that day,
Mm.
I didn't, whilst I was playing, and before that happened, my GoPro had died. And I couldn't
Oh,
remember what the guy looked, and I couldn't remember what the guy looked like. And I was so annoyed, and Dad was like, he was lucky I wasn't there. And I was like,
right.
yeah, it is. Because This guy also just laughed it off. Like, I was like, "What are you doing?" And he just laughed it off because I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And
He's
I
probably
was
like,
like, "Oh."
you're gonna,
So
he's
I
gonna
went.
initiate you into airsoft.
Yeah, I was gonna pull out my pistol and just full auto him, but yeah, just decided to walk off. And then most recently, I played just at there again. So yeah, I think I've done like nearly 20 games of Airsoft so far,
That's kind of a lot.
and
Yeah.
yeah, it's very fun. I enjoy it. It's been like the first, I want to say like 3 years of it. I just basically didn't play.
Yeah.
They were all spread over those years, only about 3 games. But yeah,
Okay.
it is. I now play probably, I want to say, twice a month,
Oh, that's good.
and yeah, it
Now,
it is fun.
what kind
I
of gun do
enjoy
you
it a
run?
lot.
Do you still use that M4 that
All
your
right,
dad gave you?
we'll get into that now because I've got them right
Mm-hmm.
behind me. I don't know if I need to say this, but YouTube, these are fake guns. They're
No, you
not
don't have to
real
say it.
guns.
No, we don't care about that shit.
You sure?
No, I don't care.
All right, cool.
Nah,
All right, we'll
we're
start
free
off
here,
with
bro.
the M4.
I don't care about what
We're
they do.
free here.
So we do.
Yeah, we'll start
So
off
I
with the
put
M4.
these all of these podcasts. They go on YouTube, yes, but they also go on every podcast app. So all the audio ones, so Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, whatever it is, Spotify,
Spotify.
Rumble. We're
Yeah,
the
I
biggest
listened to the
airsoft channel on
Scooper one on
Rumble
that.
right now. So
Oh
biggest.
wow.
We're the only we're the only airsoft podcast on Rumble that I think that's recent or active. So I mean, we put it on every platform out there. So if YouTube doesn't like it, that's okay. We'll just put, we put it on everything anyway. So you'll still be able to use it
Yeah,
somewhere. Yeah. So we don't have to
yeah,
mess around
because
with all that.
my TikTok got.
We get, when people come on, I forgot to tell you this when you come on here, but, it's relaxed, casual. I don't ask scripted questions. We just BS about your experience and whatever else
Yeah,
comes up. And then, and you can talk freely, any kind of language, you say whatever you want, and we put it on everything out there. And whatever ones, if something doesn't like it, that's okay. It's on 50 other things, so we're good to go.
that's their problem.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what you
Yeah.
got.
So we'll start off with this is I think it's an M4 breacher. The first gun I ever bought. I am left-handed, that's why I'm holding it like this.
Okay, yeah.
Um, it did get a paint job from a Maverick. He has been doing paint jobs on everything. It is so cool. I think it's
Yep.
like a tan, black, and like grey and black like scrims. They
Yeah,
are.
I think
It
he did
is cool. I
Scubas
don't
too.
really use. Yeah, he did. He's done his Marcus's. He's done uh Caitlin's. He's done Red Pandas. Uh, he's done mine as well. But I've just sort of gone off this gun a little bit. I'm just kind of bored with it because I was using it for like 4 years
Okay.
and I don't really use it now. But I use it sometimes. But we will use this if we've got like one of my mates playing, and I'm not gonna make him spend like £200 on a gun.
Right.
Goose has bought his own gun. Because he plays quite a lot. He's bought himself a Heckler and Koch 416. It's a
Ooh,
very
those are
nice gun.
nice. Yeah.
They are. I've shot it and I was like, that is nice, bro. But yeah, this gun, I like this gun because obviously it's my first ever one, but I'm just a bit bored of it. So yeah, so that's the M4,
Hell yeah.
and then moving on to the gun that I'm using right now. It is my dad's old honey badger. Hang on, let me extend the
Ooh,
stock quickly.
those are nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is my dad's. He's had this since he first started playing.
Okay.
So this gun was like nearly a decade old.
Wow. I mean, they look so good, bro. Those honey badgers too.
I know that's why.
They look good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like airsoft for the realism.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's got a angled grip which you just sort of hold like this, or you can just hold the barrel itself. Yeah, it's a very good gun. It's got burst fire, which I arguably prefer than just full auto,
Mm-hmm.
because most sites only do burst fire now.
Okay.
So yeah, that is this gun. It is extremely nice. I use it a lot now.
Yeah.
My dad has got a lot of guns, but if I can get him on this, if you're good with it, if I can get him on this podcast, like at a later time, or maybe tomorrow,
Yeah.
yeah, he can run you through his guns and like rig and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
So
we'll
yeah, that's the
probably
honey
set some
badger.
up soon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then moving on to secondary wise, sorry. I think originally, the first thing that my dad bought me, like my first secondary, was a Extreme 45 pistol. If you've heard of those?
I don't know actually. I don't think so. I
They're
mean, I know the
very fun.
45s, but the I don't know about that brand.
Yeah. Well, the one that I had was full auto only.
Oh shit.
It only did full auto.
Oh
So
no.
I remember this. I was hiding behind a piece of cover. This guy was like, "Yo, can you cover me whilst you move up?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, sure." So I pulled up my pistol. He was like, "Why is this kid pulling out his pistol for suppressive fire?" And I just go. It was so fun to use,
Now
but
was
I
it
couldn't
green
really
gas
use it in. Uh,
or
yeah,
CO2? Okay.
yeah, green gas.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I basically was like, I don't really like that I can't use it in pistol environments, like close quarters combat and stuff. And my dad bought me. This is the case for it.
Nice.
My dad bought me a WE Glock 18C.
Nice. Those are awesome.
It is a mate. It's such a good gun. Like it's got semi and full auto. It's nice to handle as well. It's got what's it called?
Oh, the
I
tether
actually
cord.
have no clue. It tether cord. Thank you. It straps onto the back of my chest rig, so if it drops out my holster,
You won't lose
I
it.
won't lose like an 150 something pound
Exactly.
gun.
Those are
Because
those
that would
tether
suck.
cords are nice, man, for pistols because I've talked with people that actually on their first, mil sim or something, they lost their pistol. So,
Oh yeah, some guy lost his whole pistol on last time we played.
yeah.
We found like this pistol on the floor, and we were like, "Whose is this?" And it was the exact same one as mine. And they was like, and my dad was like, "Yo, is this yours?" And I was like, "No, it's not." And this guy was talking about it, and my dad was like, "Is this yours?" And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, that's mine. Sorry, it dropped out." And we're like, "How are you gonna not realize that you've lost your entire pistol?" Like, surely you feel like some weight, like
Yeah, it's
you
off
lose
your
weight on
hip
like the side
or
of
your
your belt.
leg. Uh-huh. Yeah, my son,
Yeah,
one of my sons,
yeah. We
their
were
first
so
mil sim,
confused.
he did the same thing. He had a leg holster, drop leg holster, and it was real cheap. It was real floppy, right? He didn't have it tightened up real good. So every time he'd start to like jog a little
Mm.
bit or run from cover to cover, the gun would just be flopping around on his leg, and so it fell out, and it didn't lock in. He didn't strap it in, so it fell out. And luckily, his brother, my other son, found it, and found it on the ground. It
Mm.
was like, dude, take care of
Yeah.
your weapon, man. What are you doing?
I'm not a big fan of drop leg holsters. They make you walk weirdly.
Uh huh.
I've just got my pistol holster on my belt, and that all, I guess, lead me into just running through what I actually wear.
Yeah.
So clothing wise, as of right now, I'm rocking the multicam tropic color. I like it. It's quite nice. It's
Multicam
multicam.
tropic. Okay.
Yes, search that up. It's basically more green.
Let me check it out.
All right.
Tropic. You can keep talking. I'm gonna look it up because I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen a lot
All right.
of.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I've
I'm
seen
currently
them.
running the Emerson gear. Yeah, I'm currently running the Emerson gear multicam tropic
Nice.
stuff. I'm running a U-back as well because it's currently like it's not hot, but it's not cold. It's just humid right now in the
Hmm.
UK. So yeah, I'm just running a U-back. In the summer, I'll just run a silky t-shirt. And then in the winter, Scuba actually supplied me with like this winter coat, and like it is the color that I needed as well. It's just like some green, winter like tactical coat, and it's really good. It's lightweight, but it's like got stuff inside it to keep you warm.
Nice.
So yeah,
Now, have you
I'm looking
played?
forward because this will be my first proper winter.
I was gonna say, have you played in like extreme weather, like cold or rainy, in the mud or anything?
Uh, we We've played, yeah. We played on Marcus's birthday. We played in the rain,
Okay.
and it was really like it was not really downpouring, but it was surprisingly heavy rain.
Uh huh.
Like the mud was bad at the time. My boots only came up to like I want to say the very bottom of my shins.
Okay.
Because I used to have these really good Viper Tacticals, which came up to like
They were
like
like high boots.
uh yeah, like half a foot before my knee. So they were really good, but I had grown a lot. Like I think from when I last played at the beginning of 2022 to March of this year, I'd gone from like 5 foot 3 to 5 foot 8.
Wow.
I basically shot up. Yeah, all my mates, like, because me and Dad hadn't really been in contact with Maverick and stuff that much when we weren't playing.
Yeah.
And when we, like, came back, they were like, oh my god, you're so tall.
They're like, what? Who is
Now I'm,
this?
like, taller than, yeah, now I'm, like, taller than, like, Caitlyn and, Red Panda. They literally used to be taller than me. And
Yeah.
then I came back and they were like, there's no way that you're now taller than me.
I actually saw that on one of your videos
Yeah,
that I was looking at on your YouTube channel. I know that the camera is set kind of high, and the way it looks, it makes it look like you're
yeah, the
looking down on
camera's set
people.
higher.
Yeah, but I could tell what
Yeah,
because I think the
I
one
find
video I
that really
watched
funny.
when you guys were getting ready to, when they were getting ready to blow the horn to start, Caitlin was right up in front, and you were talking to a few people. I think either your dad or somebody else, Marcus or somebody, came over and kissed the camera.
Yeah, that was my dad.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's because I was holding it. My
Yeah.
dad's
Okay.
I'm currently now I'm about I want to say 5'10",
Wow.
and my dad's around 6 foot.
Yeah.
So I was holding the camera like up here.
Okay.
But yeah,
Nice.
I do like that it makes me taller than people.
Mm-hmm.
I literally got like a reply on my Instagram. They were like, "Why are you so tall in that video?" And I was like,
That's
"But
funny.
yeah. Now my boots. Now I've got some what are they called? I think they're combat tactical branded just boots. And I don't just wear them to airsoft. I wear them out on the motorbike. I wear them just whenever really. They're really comfy. They're waterproof. I'm really hoping it snows this year because I would love to play in the snow.
Gotcha.
I think that is the thing that I'm most excited for because like I've got all my winter gear like already organized
Oh,
for
okay.
2 months time.
Now, do you have any
um,
like snow camo?
nah, I haven't got any like multicam Alpine or
Right.
anything
Okay.
because I just don't. Me and Dad don't really see a point because in the UK it doesn't snow to that
Oh,
levels
okay.
of like
Like the
heaviness.
the woods isn't gonna really be like covered.
It's not
The
going to be
ground's not gonna
fully
be
white.
covered. Okay.
Nah. It did
Gotcha.
happen last year. It was really snowy, but then yeah, it got cleared up in like 2 days because of like the council. Obviously, they got to clear it up and everything.
Yeah.
But sorry. Onto the my gear. So I've got a warrior. I think this is yeah, a warrior assault system. Just normal green belt. I'll put it on very quick.
Yeah, it's nice.
um. Yeah, thank you. Sorry if my lighting's a bit shit,
No, you're
but
good.
basically I got a carabiner here which holds my gloves when I'm just not wearing them, or just
Okay.
latch them onto anything.
Right.
I got yeah. Sorry, you actually really can't see that. Let me take that off. You've got my pistol holster on my left,
Okay.
because lefty. I
Yep.
just can't seem to aim like right-handed. It's just something that I just can't seem to do at all.
Now, are you
Because I think my left eye is more dominant.
dominant? So now
Yeah.
growing up and everything, were you always left-handed? Like, do you when you're in school and stuff, do you write left-handed?
Yeah, I write left-handed. When
Okay.
I used to play basketball. I think I could dribble ambidextrous, but I could only
Mm,
shoot left-handed.
okay.
Um, it is weird. When I was a kid, I had to wear glasses, and I had to used to wear like a patch on my left eye to make my right eye equal to this eye.
Wow.
But
Okay.
yeah, I definitely see out my left eye clearly way more than my
Mm-hmm.
right eye. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I got a patch if I'm going on like a mill sim, like just to put like what's it called, like repair stuff if something goes to shit.
Right.
Uh, right here, not many people have this actually because it's kind of impractical. It's a dump pouch.
Yeah, the dump pouch.
You
Mm-hmm.
basically, when you're reloading, yeah, you can just drop your mags into it, but a lot of the time they fall out, so
Oh,
I mainly
right.
just use it to protect my my arse. It does work.
I'll bet.
When you get shot now, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. It takes all the impact.
Then I got yeah, I literally it like Dad has to worry about it, everyone has to worry about it, and then I literally don't have to worry about getting shot in my rear end.
That's
It
awesome.
definitely it's definitely saved me a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got my pistol magazines because I run yeah, I run about 3. Then
Okay.
I got my knife, which I'm not going to get out because it is a pain to put back.
Nice.
But I don't see many people actually using melees in
Yeah.
Airsoft because it is quite difficult to do.
Very difficult.
Yeah, but that's my
The only
belt.
ones I've seen that like have successfully done it are videos, online videos where uh, inside, like indoor CQB, real close,
In
and
CQB, yeah, yeah.
yeah, they sneak around the corner and get people that way. But outdoor, like skirmishes and stuff in woodland,
Doesn't happen
it
as
is
much.
like, dude, you've got to be if you can get knife kills in the woods, you are some kind of ninja for real.
You're like an yeah, yeah. I nearly got one. I spotted some guy who was just in a bush, like just behind our team, and so I grabbed my knife, and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool, I can kill him." So I was, I'm trying to sneak up on him, but I was like, if he turns around, he will shoot me. So I just had my pistol out as well. And then it's like this was scripted or something, because I stepped on a twig and it like made like that classic break noise.
Oh, yep.
And then the guy just turns around, but I just went bang. But yeah, I've never used my knife on an enemy before.
Yeah.
It is very difficult, yeah. But sometimes I used to, not really that much, but I run comms with my dad's, because I'm always running off and getting shot and stuff.
No
And,
way.
So I just use, yeah. Sometimes I just run off with like Maverick and Marcus and stuff, and we just run off and kill people.
Hell
But
yeah.
comms wise, I'm using a Bow Feng radio,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're called.
Yeah, those are nice.
And just a throat mic, which you just
Oh yeah, I like
you
those,
put around
dude.
your neck.
Uh-huh.
You plug these into your push to talk, and then you got the earpiece.
Right.
It sounds cool on paper, but the problem is it doesn't work half of the bloody time.
Uh-huh.
So that sounded really British, my bad. It doesn't work half the time.
Well, you're from the UK.
Um,
You should sound British. It's okay.
yeah, I know, because when I was messaging you, I was like, "Hello, mate. Was wondering about this, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
And then I messaged him, and I was like, "Oh, he's American. He's not gonna get what I mean by mate."
Oh no, I totally get it. I've had
Yeah.
out of let's see, out of 290 podcasts, I think 290 comes out tomorrow. And I've probably had 30 people from the UK on here. So I'm very used to that kind of, that kind of stuff. Like if I'm talking with somebody from a different country and they have like different slang or something like that, if I don't understand it, I'll ask them. I'm like, "What was that? Like, what does that mean?"
I was
But yeah,
Yeah, I was talking to my dad. I was like, should I go like proper UK slang on him? And Dad was like, no, don't. He won't get
do it.
any of it.
I'll sit here and go, and be like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, what's he on about? Yeah, it sounds cool. Like comms sounds cool on like when
Right.
you're thinking about it. It's really impractical though. Like half the time the radio doesn't work, and I like go, Dad, where are you at? Over. And then all that comes back to me is just frequency. Or I think once I accidentally changed my radio channel to an actual radio broadcast.
Oh,
I have no clue how I did it.
yeah.
I think I asked some guy if he could turn up my comms, and in that he must have, don't know what he did, but he must have switched my channel. I remember I was getting adverts in my ear.
Oh shit. That's crazy. I remember when
I actually don't know how.
when these guys first got the Baofangs, they use them as well, the same ones. And when they first got them,
Very good.
I mean, they're really good. Like if you know how to set them up, they're good. So I remember watching a video on it because they brought them to me. They're like, "Don't you know how to set these up?" I was like, "No, I've never seen those things." They're like, "Well, I thought you used them in the military." I said, "Bro, I was in the military 30 years ago. They didn't even have these things." Okay. So
You were in
I
the
looked up.
military?
Yeah. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years ago.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
so
I recently read a book about Chris Kyle,
yeah, Chris Kyle.
if you know who he is.
Yeah,
The
sniper.
SEAL sniper who served in Iraq.
Yeah,
I read
What
his
was
book,
the
I watched
book?
the film,
American Sniper.
American Sniper. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. That's a good book and a good movie.
Yeah, it was so good. I actually hadn't heard of him, and Dad was like, "You need to watch this." And when the movie ended, and it was like Chris Kyle died
Yes.
after being shot,
Uh huh.
I was like, "No way!"
Dude,
I
I
was
read
like,
the
"Oh
book.
my god!"
I read the book first, and at the end, like that, I was like, this. Oh man, I was so heartbroken when
Yeah,
I saw that.
it was an old. I think it was a veteran who had like
Mm-hmm.
PTSD, and he
Yep.
just turned around and shot Chris and another person.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
That's
seeing
what was told.
the when the movie Lone Survivor came out. There was a bunch of guys on that. Marcus Luttrell was one of the. I can't remember the name of his book, but he was one of the advisors on that movie, and he talked about some of those, about Chris Kyle as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, when
yeah.
I watched a video on the Baofeng to learn how to set it up, I could not believe how much you can do with it. Like there's so many different channels, there's so many different ways you can set this thing up. You can
It
get one of
is.
those.
It's a good radio.
It's a very good radio. Like these whip antennas, they go like 30. It's a 30-foot antenna. Okay, they go into the top of it, and it folds up. It's like it's real thin, but you can extend it out. It's like that springy kind of metal, and
Hmm.
so this thing will go for miles if you have it set up right. So when these guys first went, kind of to your point when you were talking about like it doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it's the whatever you have plugged into it. If it's not a good setup like that throat mic or
Uh-huh.
whatever. If you get the cheaper stuff, because that's what these guys did. They got the headset, the little earbud thing that with the clear plastic, like what you have there on the throat mic, that goes in your ear. They had something similar, and it was real staticky. But then they got the kind that goes on your ear pro. It plugs into your ear pro.
Oh yeah.
So they got the more expensive ear pro that does the comms in it, and so it
Hmm.
plugs into that and then into the Baofeng. That worked great for them. That worked really good.
Yeah. 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 It sounds cool on paper, but it is very difficult to use.
Yeah, you got to practice, man.
Um.
It's a lot of practice.
Yeah. Moving on to iPro side, I used to just use these Edge Tactical.
Okay.
They're meant to be anti-fog, but whenever they say that, it always ends up fogging up.
There's nothing
And
anti-fog on the planet. We haven't found
yeah,
any yet.
they're all like
Yeah.
advertised, and you're like, there's no way. Like I put them on,
Uh,
I still fogged up,
yep.
and then you gotta like try and clean them and stuff because you basically can't play with massive smudge in your eye. And yeah, but I got fed up with that, and now I've moved over to these. No clue what brand they are, but they're just these like £20 mesh iPro,
Okay.
and they are so good. When you wear them, like obviously mesh, a lot of people have disregarded it because they're like, no, it's not safe.
Yeah.
I think I took about 2 BBs to this, and it literally left me with a little, like literally the most minuscule dent ever.
Yeah. Well,
And yeah,
I
so
think what they
the
talk
iPro
about.
is very good.
I think what the some people don't like the mesh, and some fields here won't let you wear mesh, is because
Yeah,
if the BB breaks on the mesh, then you'll get little pieces in your eye or something. But
stars in your eye. Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Those I feel like the mesh is good because those little holes are so tiny. I don't see how the a big enough piece would get in your eye that would hurt. I don't know.
yeah. Like my dad makes his own ones. He's made like his own mesh goggles,
Oh, nice.
which I think he's bought stuff like he's sculpted them into like a frame and then painted it, and they look really good.
That's
But
cool.
yeah. Moving on to the chest rig wise, I did already say it's a Viper tactical plate carrier, but so you got 6 plate carriers on the bottom of the rig. You've then got a gunsling, which I highly recommend.
Yeah.
It basically keeps you from not having to hold your gun, and it really wears out your arms.
Hmm.
So when I'm running, I don't have to worry about holding my gun and stuff. I can just run without having to hold it. And so yeah, you got the gunsling, you've got the push to talk here, and this bottom bit has just a little hole where I can put the throat mic into. I've got all my patches, got my call sign. Something that a lot of us in like the crew do. We've got like little Tabasco.
Nice.
I think they're like 5 millimeters of like Tabasco.
Yeah.
Just like these little what are they called? Bottles. All
Yeah.
just zip tied onto our rigs.
Now that's for when somebody has an injury. You pour Tabasco sauce in their open wound when they got shot.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. That would burn.
I was like, I've never heard of that.
Uh,
Yeah, then I've got this little, just a combat tactical pouch,
nice.
which I put medic bands in. And recently, me and my dad had to replace it. So there's a brand. I was running smoke grenades,
Hmm.
and there's a brand. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. They're called Flashbang Smoke, and we know the owner of it. And it is a dual vent smoke grenade. So you
Okay.
take off the lid, and then you on the other side you basically scrape
Hmm.
it. You scrape it to ignite it, sort of like a
It's
match.
like a flare. Yeah.
And it comes out both ends. And yeah, so I had them in this little pouch at the bottom, and somehow the lid had fallen off and had ignited itself in my pouch. So a smoke grenade has literally gone off in my pouch, and I just hear this like this. Sorry, noise
Like a
suppression
hissing.
cancelled it out. It's like this hissing noise,
Yeah.
and we all hear it. We all turn around. We're like, "What is that?" I look at the gun, and I'm like, "Okay, it's not the gun." I look at my pistol, and I'm like, "Okay, it's not my pistol." And then I look down, because I'm like, my crotch area is getting a little bit warm, and
Oh shit.
yeah, I look down, and there is some purple smoke spewing out of my pouch,
Oh my god.
and we've all basically gone, "Oh!" And Dad, being the absolute hero that he is, he's unzipped the pouch, he's grabbed a smoke grenade, and he's thrown it. So that could have been quite fatal. I could have burnt myself, like
Uh-huh.
probably stomach area, and he burnt his gloves, and I felt really bad. So we had to get a new pouch because it was burnt inside.
That's crazy, bro. You know who
So,
else?
yeah.
That's wild because
Yeah.
Marcus, the last time I talked with him, he was telling me about he almost blew off his thing because he had a grenade that was attached to his belt in the front, and he went to pull it, or it got pulled
Oh,
on accident. It was still hanging there, but the fuse was pulled, and it was like starting to go off on his leg, like it burned it, burning his leg. It was a smoke. I think it was a smoke,
oh,
and he had to rip it
yeah.
off. It burnt through his pants.
Yeah, they're very, smoke like photo shoots.
Yeah,
Like, I do that sometimes.
yeah, those
Like
are popular.
you get a smoke grenade, you like wave it around to you. You pay, yeah. They are absolutely dreadful because you just have to stand there in like a pose like this, and you've got hot smoke
Yeah.
blowing up your nose and your eyes. You got to
It's
keep
hard to
like a
breathe
straight
that
face.
stuff in. Right.
Yeah, you got to keep a straight face as well. And I remember my first ever one, I was crying because I didn't expect it to be that like hot, and it was just basically it right in my face. And yeah, they are absolutely dreadful. Yeah, moving on to the bag. We've got this little pouch right here, which I mollied on, where I put
Okay.
my Baofeng radio.
Oh, nice.
Then I mollied on this Camelback, just because
Oh, those are nice too.
having water when you're playing is very useful. And then
Absolutely.
we've got then we got the teddy bear.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It
Now,
is.
what's that
Thank you.
handle above the teddy bear's head?
What
Is that part of your
this bit?
yeah.
That's part of the Camelback. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's just to hold it so you can unscrew it.
Right.
Yeah, that holds I think a liter,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've got the other bit for the tether cord.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the chest rig, and then yeah. So I showed you my iPro. Move on to the hands. I actually put them on. These are Emerson Kevlar gloves.
Nice.
They're just these. They're just these green gloves. I think for about £15. I don't know what that would be in dollars.
Okay.
Uh,
Probably like around 20
yeah, they've
bucks.
got Kevlar knuckles. Yeah, they're around. Yeah, they're
That's
Emerson tactical.
Yeah, we have a
They're
pair of
very
those as
very
well.
useful.
I love those.
Yeah, they're good gloves. Because before, I don't think I was actually running gloves once, and I've still got a scar from it right on my middle knuckle.
Yeah.
I took a sniper shot from about 15 meters away,
That's
and it
rough.
has permanently scarred my knuckle. Then, yeah, moving on to my face. This is very, very cool. It is a Lone Star. I don't know if
tactical.
I think they might be only UK brand. I'm not
It
sure.
is. So I've talked with the guy.
Yeah.
I want to have him on the podcast, but he hasn't been on yet. But I've talked with him. I chatted with him.
It is he likes my posts because it's basically promoting it.
Uh-huh.
They are very good. They're basically these face masks which have mesh built into the mouth area.
Mm-hmm.
They're all ventilated. They're adjustable. They're gonna set you back £20.
Mm-hmm.
So what would that be in dollars? Like
25, 30 bucks.
something like 25? Yeah, 25 to $30.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're very, very good. So that is a
So
big
do you
shout
have
out
the one?
to Lone
So
Star.
they started making ones
I'll
recently
put it on.
with
Hold on.
that cover the nose.
Yeah. Yeah,
There you go.
I've got one which like covers my which exposes my nose,
Yeah.
and yeah, you can breathe so well under them as well.
Mhm.
They're very they're comfortable as shit as well.
Yeah,
Like,
the first
yeah, they're a very
the
good brand.
first person that told me about those was a girl that plays at Driverwood, Alex Hillary, and
Yeah,
she
I've
was
heard
the
of her.
first one to tell me about that mask, and she actually put me in touch with. She was the one that put me in touch with the owner, and so yeah, I heard about that, and it's such a good idea, especially because when you have a face cover on, whether it's if you have a face cover on that doesn't have a vent like a mesh or whatever for your nose or mouth, all that breathing, all your hot breath is going to go up to your goggles and
Yeah,
just fog them up instantly. So when I saw that design. I thought it was really cool.
They look nice as well.
Right.
Like, obviously, you're gonna mainly want to go for the practicality. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this practicality of it.
That's it. You did it.
Bleh. And over aesthetic. Obviously, go for something that looks good, but you gotta consider if it's practical or not.
Yep.
Like one of my mates wanted to. I think I'll probably not be able to reach it. He wanted to rock a SAS gas mask
Yeah, those look cool.
for like they look cool, but I said to him, "You're gonna fog up so badly under one."
Like those are
So
great for
we basically
photo
all just
shoot.
told him, "No."
Hmm.
Yeah, for photo shoots, yeah.
Right.
But practicality wise, no.
Yeah, there's a guy I talked
Um,
with a couple years ago. I had him on. He was young. He was still in high school actually when I first had him on the show. I had him on a couple times, but his YouTube
what would
is
high school be?
Mask TV. So like a mask. So I asked him about his call sign, and he said, "Well, I came up with that name because his original YouTube channel was showing all these World War II gear with all the different gas masks." He said, "But I stopped doing that because I was starting to get really weird messages from older guys." And I said, "Like what?" And he was like, "Dude, there is like a fetish thing. They wanted me to pose for with the gas mask on in his underwear
What,
and
like a
shit." Okay.
sexual pose?
Yes. He goes, "There's a
Oh,
whole like community out there for," he goes, "So I stopped wearing masks, the gas mask in any of my Instagram posts or my YouTube." So I said, "Okay." I would have never guessed, bro. People were weird, okay? But
yeah,
so
there are some
I was gonna
weird.
say
There's weird stuff for everything, though.
yeah, for real. Your buddy, if he wants to do a photo shoot with the mask thing, just know he's gonna get some weird messages probably, okay?
Yeah, I just told him, I was like, it is so impractical. You're gonna fog up. You're gonna get really lightheaded. It'll just be a bad time. I
Uh-huh.
think I first off was just running just a normal full face, like the default masks, but I didn't like it because the mesh that was in that mask was really dotty,
Mm.
so I couldn't see that well. And then and then Dad bought the Clear Eye Pro, and I just rocked a half face mask. And now I'm just using the Lone Star.
Yeah.
And then I've got one more spare thing. It's in my garage. I actually can't really get out of my room right now because the guns are blocking the entrance.
Oh shit.
I was trying to make all the background look all nice, or
It
me and
does look
Dad were
nice.
laying out the guns.
It looks
And then
awesome.
I turned around and I was like, "Oh, I can't get out."
You're stuck in here
So
on the podcast until it's over, okay?
yeah, I don't know how Dad's gonna get all his guns in. I was gonna talk about them, but if he gets on here, then I want to save that for him because he has got some cool shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Well, I was going to ask you about your
Yeah,
background. Is that a Star Wars Wookiee? Is that Chewbacca?
yeah, that's Chewbacca. He's got my gaming headset.
Oh,
I've
okay.
got my own little gaming room just to chill out in.
Yeah.
Just like my own little safe space when I just want to be like gaming and stuff.
Yeah, what do you play? COD?
I'm very playing right now. I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay.
I'm playing that with Maverick and Marcus.
Awesome.
Yeah, me and Marcus have also been playing a lot of Minecraft recently.
Oh, okay.
We've got our own little world. We've got our own little like log cabin in the snow. We just got this own little cool world.
Oh, that's cool, man. I was gonna say, what are you guys building?
Yeah. Currently we're just saving up to build like beat the game. We've been playing for a few weeks now, and
Yeah.
yeah, we're nearly done with the game.
Oh, that's wild.
I was thinking, I was like, I don't know if am I allowed to be talking about Minecraft on the Airsoft podcast?
Bro, you should see. You should see. We go. We talk about all kind of stuff on here, man. Like
Yeah.
we there. In fact, the majority, if some of our podcasts, some of these go like 3-4 hours long. Okay, and we'll talk.
I don't even know if my attention span could
Oh
do
no.
that.
Those are rare.
Because
Those are rare.
I've got what looks like to be ADHD.
Yeah.
So I sometimes get very hyper. I will only really be interested in something if it's something that I like.
Yeah.
So like, if you sit me in front of a game, I can play that for hours. If you sit me in front of a maths quiz, I will just not be very interested in it. Which
No.
I struggle with school because of that. But
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, we don't we
So
don't
I've just
we
got
don't
my own
talk
little
just about
stuff.
airsoft. It's all over, kind of. You know.
I've been actually watching your stuff since you did that
Okay.
podcast with Marcus and Dan.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, then I saw the scuba thing, and because I talked to Scuba quite a lot, I was like, do you reckon I could get on there? And he's like, yeah, he actually wants to talk to your dad. I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, cool. And whilst I was messaging you, because dad doesn't message people as much, I was like, oh, I'll ask if I can go on there as well. I was like, it
Yeah.
will give me something to do,
Hell yeah.
and now I'm here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
The youngest person I've had on here is 14, and I think we talked
right.
about his family, his hobbies outside of airsoft. Like he's a big coin collector, right? And he was
Right.
telling me about all these different coins and stuff. I think we talked about all this other stuff the majority of the time we
Mhm.
talked, and airsoft just a little bit. So it's it varies. I've had people on here that go, okay, I got a after action report from the event from last weekend, and I want to go through it step by step. I said, okay, go ahead. So I don't, yeah, man, it's wherever the conversation goes, that's where it goes. So
Yeah.
I'm generally
I just
interested in what people are talking about.
Yeah, aside from airsoft, I do photography and like I do a lot of stuff with computers. Because
Okay.
right now I'm on a computer. I've got my whole little I've got a gaming like computer set up,
Yeah.
and I bought this back in 2021, I think. And yeah, it's definitely a very different aspect on gaming as well, which
Hmm.
is what I was most looking forward to.
Okay. Yeah, I had
Um,
somebody on that was, I don't know, 16 or whatever. They were into computer stuff and 3D printing and doing
yeah.
Bitcoin mining and this kind of thing. And they said, so I've got this Raspberry Pi. And I was like, what, did your mom make it or something? He goes, no, no, it's a computer. I said, oh, okay. I don't even know what that is, bro. And so he was showing me, like he pulled it up on screen, like pictures of it. I was like, oh, it looks like a little mini Nintendo almost, the original Game Boys back in the day when I was,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
younger.
Those are like expensive now.
Hmm.
Like my dad saw one and he was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
this guy had
yeah.
he
He
said, yeah, I ordered this
he
keyboard.
got me.
What'd you get?
Oh, sorry, yeah. I
No,
was.
go ahead.
He actually got me into gaming when I was about 5.
Nice.
I think the first game that I ever played was Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I've been gaming is something I've been doing for a while.
Hmm.
Like so many people tell you, it's like it's just a waste of time. You're just sat there, you're just staring at pixels all day, and you're like, no, because it gives you something to do.
Well, you learn some things from it too. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, it is useful a
Now,
lot of
when
the
did you
time.
get into
But
motocross or the dirt
most,
bikes?
I don't do. I'm too young to ride motorbikes. I don't do motocross. Me and my dad just go out on. I'm a very big fan of motorbikes.
Yeah.
He's got a Triumph Tiger Explorer 1250,
Nice.
and yeah, we go out on that, and he has a. He's gonna kill me if I get this name wrong. A WRF 400 or 450 dirt
Okay.
bike.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so that is another hobby. I like motorbikes a lot.
Hmm.
So back to airsoft. This is my lid. I don't know if that's what you call it in America as well, but
They do
yeah,
that
this
or
is
a helmet. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, it is. Now I gotta think of the name. I think it's a combat tactical tack helmet, and I got a helmet cover on it. This is where you put like obviously MVGs, or what I do a lot is I put the GoPro on there. Yeah, it's just covered in patches. This is another place. It's called Krios Photography,
Yep.
spelled Krios. They are a massive like airsoft photography UK based team,
Oh yeah.
and
I
it's
had
like
him on. I
mad.
had him on the podcast.
Yeah, he's an alright guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all very good at photography.
Hmm.
But I think that's all I really have to say about airsoft.
That's all your gear.
Yeah, that's as far as my journey has come so far.
I mean, that's pretty good for only being 15.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
How
You're on a
long
good
do
start.
the videos like roughly take to come out?
Usually a few days. Depends on when I record it. So this one, what is today? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah. So one came out this morning. This will come out Friday.
Alright, okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
If you need me to
So
send like a photo for like the thumbnail, oh, I can do that.
yeah, definitely do that. It really helps if somebody does that.
Yeah,
They don't have to. Usually, what I do if I forget to ask somebody or if they don't send me one,
just screenshot.
yeah, I'll go through their Instagram. Yep.
Oh, and here he is.
And hell
You
yeah,
wanna come in? If you just move the gun.
yeah. It's a good way to end. You can say hey, because I'll
Yeah.
I'll have your dad on soon.
Alright, you can talk to my dad for a few minutes. It was a pleasure talking to you, mate.
Yeah, you too, man.
Alright, in a bit.
All right, brother.